Alright, so today I figured we'd do something kind of spooky, because I'm kind of missing Halloween season. So I think we have to change the scenery a little bit first. I don't know if you can see me, so this is a test. I'm realizing for this to really work, I can't wear my glasses, but this is another test. 1, 2, 3. The quality is really bad and I fear it's the lighting, so I'm going to turn it up and I'm going to see if this helps. So this is test number 3. 1, 2, 3. I was holding the camera really close, so this is test 4, and my double chin was raging, and I'm hoping I kind of fixed that with my posture. So this is, again, test number 4. 4. Number 4. Alright, I liked that lighting, so we shall begin. It's not very scary lighting as I was hoping it would be, but I think it'll still get the job done. So if my face is really red, I apologize. I'm under a blanket and it's really hot. So I'm getting just a little toasty, alright? Today, I haven't even said what we're doing. But by the title, we will be reading some scary stories that, right there, you get the image. Anyway, the first story is called The Last Voicemail. Oh! The lighting got dim. Alright. Lana? We're gonna call her Lana. Lana lived alone in a quiet apartment. One night as she was getting ready for bed, her phone buzzed with a voicemail notification. The number unknown. She hesitated, then pressed play. At first, there was only static, then a whisper. Lana, don't look outside. A chill ran down her spine. She hadn't planned to, but now she felt compelled. Slowly, she turned toward the window. Outside the dim glow of a streetlight, a tall, shadowy figure stood completely still. Its head tilted up, facing her window. It had no face, just darkness where features should be. Her phone buzzed again. Another voicemail. I said, don't look. The figure took a step forward. Her screen went black. The power in her apartment cut out. And then, 3 slow knocks at her front door. I don't know if I'm feeling this one. I think we need something scarier. So let's see. A more scary story. Alright, this one is called The Breathing in the Walls by ChatGPT. Daniel had just moved into an old house in the countryside. It was cheap, too cheap. But he needed a fresh start. The real estate agent mentioned something about structural quirks. But he didn't care. The first night, as he lay in bed, he heard it. Breathing. Soft, slow, and raspy. At first he thought it was the wind, but it wasn't coming from outside. It was coming from inside the walls. He pressed his ear against the plaster. The breathing grew louder. And then it stopped. A whisper followed. I know you can hear me. Daniel stumbled back, heart hammering. He tried to convince himself it was just his imagination, but the next night, it happened again. Only this time, the breathing moved. He followed the sound from room to room until it stopped right outside his bedroom door. A long silence. Then the door handle twisted slowly. Slowly. Click. The door creaked open an inch, revealing nothing but darkness. Daniel held his breath. Then, from the pitch-black hallway, a voice whispered. Oh, that's kind of scary. Now I can hear you too. Okay. That one I think was pretty scary. Ooh. I just read the last sentence and it was kind of scary, not gonna lie. My hand's catching cramp. This one is called The Missing Step. Mark had lived in his house for years, and he knew it well. Every creaky floorboard, every flickering light, but there was one thing that always unsettled him: the staircase. It had 14 steps. He knew this because he counted them every time he went up. It was a strange habit, but it reassured him. 14 steps. Always. Until one night. I need to create more of a tone in my voice. I need to embody these stories. Okay. Until one night. Coming home late, he climbed the stairs as usual, counting under his breath. 1, 2, 3. But then But when he reached the top, he froze. He had only counted 13. He turned confused and looked down the staircase. Had he miscounted? Was he just tired? He shook his head and went to bed, brushing it off. The next night, as he climbed again, he counted carefully. 1, 2, 3, 13. The 14th step was gone. His stomach turned. Sorry, I can't see the story. I gotta move you guys. The 14th step was gone. His stomach turned. He knew there had always been 14. He would have bet his life on it. But now, at the top, there was a gap. An empty black space where the last step should be. Something about that darkness felt wrong. It wasn't just a missing step, it felt deep. Endless. And then, from the void... Why am I laughing? From that void, something crawled out. Mark didn't see much. Mark didn't see much. Just long, thin fingers gripping the edge. A hand pale and stretched too far, and then a whisper from below. You were never supposed to count. I'm not gonna lie, guys, that one was a little spooky. That one was a little spooky. Maybe we need something of a theme. What about, I'm gonna put another with a clown. I personally hate clowns. This one is called The Clown in the Corner. Liam hated clowns. Ever since he was a kid. They made him crawl. Wow, I can't read. They made his skin crawl. So when he woke up one night to see a clown doll sitting in the corner of his room, his blood ran cold. I'd move. It hadn't been there before. The doll was old, with cracked white paint on its face, hollow black eyes, and a twisted red grin. It wore a tattered yellow outfit with tiny bells at the end of its sleeves. Liam swallowed hard. Who put that there? He lived alone. I was imagining Liam a child. Slowly, he got out of bed, keeping his eyes on the doll. He grabbed it with shaky hands, shoving it into his closet and slamming the door shut. That night, he barely slept. The next morning, just to be sure, he checked the closet. Empty. The doll was gone. That night, he turned off the lights and crawled into bed. He told himself it was just a dream, just his imagination. Until he heard it. A soft, jiggling sound. His heart pounded. It was coming from the corner of his room. The same corner where the doll had been. The air felt thick, suffocating. He reached for his phone, turned on the flashlight, and pointed it at the corner. The doll was back, but this time it was standing up, and then it tilted its head and whispered, "You found." Scary, but I can live. I'm thinking we pick one more, but I need something riveting, something scary. Concept. What is scary? Maybe something about ghost children? Ghost children is very scary. So let's see. This one is called The Children in the Hallway. I love how ChatGPT comes up with, like, their titles for stories. It's literally the obvious. Like, the last one was called The Clown in the Corner. The clown was in the corner. One was called The Missing Step. The step was missing. Which I get it. And then the breathing in the wall. The breathing in the walls. It was literally breathing in the walls. They gotta get a little creative here. Anyway. The Children in the Hallway. Olivia moved into an old apartment building downtown. Cheap rent, decent view, nothing special. The only thing she didn't like was the hallway. It was too long for the small building, stretching into shadows even during the day. Her first night there, she woke up at 3:12 a.m. to the sound of children laughing. Soft, distant giggles. She sat up, heart pounding. Who let their kids run around this late? She got up, opened her door, and peeked in the hallway. It was empty. But the laughter continued. It was coming from the far end of the hall, near the stairwell. Olivia stepped out, shivering as the air grew unnaturally cold. And then she saw them. Huh. 2 children, a boy and a girl, stood hand in hand at the end of the hallway. Their clothes were old-fashioned. It's one word. Their clothes were old-fashioned, faded, their faces blurry like a foggy mirror. The girl raised a small, pale hand and pointed at Olivia. A whisper filled the hall. You're in our home now. The lights flickered, and then the boy took a step forward. His face started to change. His mouth stretched open too wide, an inky void replacing his features. The hallway lights went out, and in the pitch black, they ran toward her. Okay, yeah, that was scary. That one was scary. Anyway, let's change the scenery to something more relaxing and less freaky. I hope you enjoyed that video. It was a little scary, but if something like this interests you, please comment and let me know, and I can do something more with whatever this video was in your opinion. But I'll see you in the next one, and I'll see you later. Bye.